All right, so we're going to get started. Just a couple of things. My name is Kevin Stanley. I am the program coordinator for the Intensive English Language and Culture program at McGill University. We're going to be starting the webinar in just a second. I want to just explain a couple of things first. There is a chat in Zoom that you can send questions or messages to me or to others. Sorry, I'll just adjust that a bit. And there's also a question and answer function. You can click on that and write a question, and I will try to answer those as I go. So just, bear with me if it takes a few minutes. We're not going to be able to, if you have a question, please put it in writing, okay? Type the question, write the question in the chat or in the questions. We can't really do it. There's going to be a lot of people in this webinar, I think, have signed up for it, so we can't have a lot of oral questions at this time. So I'm going to begin with my presentation. It is 8 a.m. or 8:04 in Montreal in the morning. I'm not sure where you are in the world, but good morning to you. We have a question. Yes, I'm only going to speak in English. Yes, in English only for today. If you have a question in another language, you can send it by email. Okay, you can send it to language.conted@mcgill.ca, and we'll try to send that we'll send that question or that answers. It'll take a little time, but we'll get to you eventually. So I'm going to share my screen. I have a presentation to make about the Intensive English Language and Culture program. And you should be able to see that now, or this slideshow. This program has been around for a long time, but we're going to do things a little bit differently this summer. We're going to be doing things with online and remotely, and that's what's a bit different. And so you'll get to see, well, I will do my best to answer questions and as we go through. So just send in questions by chat, and that should work fine. So that's me, Kevin Stanley, the coordinator, the head of that program. So please send questions by the chat or by the question function. Your audio and video is by default muted. There's already 30 people in here, more or less, so it's we can't have everybody talking at the same time. There is a recording of the of this that's going to be available. You'll be able to get by participating in this, you'll get an email that tells you when you'll get the video link. All right, you'll be able to get the link later of the presentation as we go. All right, so let's get started. So I want to start with reasons people like to study English, and there's a lot of reasons why people want to study English. One of the main reasons is they need need English for their job or for their career. They want to improve their English so they can get a better job in the future. Some of them want to study at an English university, which is what a lot of the students in our program are doing. They're interested in university studies in the future, whether it's an undergraduate or graduate level. And some people want to write a test. Maybe they want to do the TOEFL or the IELTS, like that. Some people want to move to Canada. They want to live in Canada, and that's their way of to prepare for that. And some just want to have a study abroad experience. Of course, right now we're in a special situation because of COVID-19. If you are an international student who's overseas, you can't come to Canada right now because of the virus, but we're going to do what we can to bring the program to you if you can't come to the program. And people want to have more opportunities, more chances to do things. So I want to talk about McGill University a little bit. We are a famous university in Canada, a famous university in the world. We're old. We were founded in 1821. That's 199 years ago. Next year is our 200th birthday. We're the #1 university in Canada. Well, sometimes #1, sometimes #2. University of Toronto is sometimes better, but they're both good universities. And we're, according to QS in 2019, we are #33 in the world. We've had 12 Nobel Prizes won by people at McGill. So it's a research university with science and medicine that's quite well known. We've had 144 Rhodes Scholars, and we have students from 150 countries. It's a very international university. Now, I'll show you some pictures of McGill, although we're not going to be on the campus this summer. We can't be because of the restrictions, but we have a very beautiful campus in downtown Montreal. That is the overview of, we're right in the middle of the city, right next to Mount Royal Park. And we're hoping to, as the summer goes on, we'll be able to do a bit of virtual tours of it and show you around a bit remotely. But unfortunately, we can't have any classes on the campus this summer. So why would you want to study at our school? Well, we are the best language school in the best city in Canada, at the best university in Canada. As I said, you don't get to experience Montreal just now, but hopefully you'll be able to join us later when this is all calmed down. You'll be able to learn quite quickly. In a program like this, you learn English fast. It's one level, you move forward in 6 weeks. It's a lot of work. You have to work hard, but you can quickly improve your language skills. You're going to learn real English that you need for academic studies or professional life. It's really about getting you ready for your real life in English. And you'll be able to meet with and interact with students from all over the world. Right now, we have students from about 40 different countries in our program. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less. And you'll be able to interact with them in our remote teaching. So again, our school, you won't be able to visit there this summer, but this is what it looks like. It's typical classrooms. We're right at the campus there. But you'll be doing your classes in your own homes because of that. So the way it works is we have a 6-week course. It's 6 weeks long. May 4th to June 12th is the next one. It's 24 hours per week, 24 hours per week of study time. There's going to be 2.5 hours a day on Zoom like this with a teacher. And it's going to be at 8 a.m. in the morning, 8 a.m. like this, till 10:30. And this is the time when the students will be working together, talking, listening, working with other students, practicing speaking. And there's going to be more online work every day to do where you're working alone. So the teacher will be helping you and in contact with you during that time, but it's not the same meeting time with everybody, 2.5 hours of meeting at the same time. The reason for this schedule is to allow students in different countries and different time zones to participate. We can't have it all day long because nothing works for people in different continents. It's only at this certain time. There are 2 teachers. You'll have a different teacher each day. So for example, maybe Monday you have one teacher, and then Tuesday a different teacher, then Wednesday the first teacher. So you have different teachers each day, but they're both working together to help you. There are conversation partners that we have every afternoon and evening. So those are people who, they're McGill students who are going to come and help you practice English, not talking about academic things, a bit more talking about some fun stuff and having a bit more relaxing time at different times outside of the school time. All right, so, and the classes are small. Right now, we're probably about 10 to 12 students per class. I don't think it'll be much bigger than that. So it's a small group this summer, small classes, and those are a good chance to get a lot of personal attention from your instructors. So our program has 7 levels, from elementary 1 up to advanced, and there are advanced. Level 7 actually has 2 courses. There's 8 courses in 2 levels. The top level is CEGL 413 and CEGL 423. These are 2 courses. You have to do 2 sessions to do them, but they're the same level. And you can do advanced B first, and then advanced A, or advanced A then B. There's no sequence. There's no order. So you have to do those 2 levels to get our certificate of proficiency. So it requires at least 2 courses to get the big certificate of proficiency, the special one that says that you can function in English at a university. So we do a placement test to put you into these courses, and that's it. So here's the schedule that we're doing this summer. So there's going to be the class in the morning, 8 o'clock to 10:30. And a teacher A one day, teacher B, teacher A, teacher B, like this. The following week, you know, the second week, it'll be teacher B on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, that kind of thing. So your teachers are equal amount of time. Then the rest of the day, you have online work to do. This doesn't mean there's a schedule. You will choose your time to do your work. They'll be working on our online platform for that. You have a lot of work to do every day, but the teacher will be available to help you, and the teacher will have some meetings with you, private meetings with you during the week. Maybe once a week, your teacher will have, I don't know, 15 minutes or 20 minutes discussion with you one-on-one during that time. The rest of the day, we'll make an appointment. You'll see here at 3 o'clock, there's conversation partner number 1, and at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m., conversation partner number 2. These are optional. You don't have to attend. You can. There are different times so that people, it's convenient for people in different time zones. Some people in Europe, maybe this is too late. And this is maybe early in the morning in East Asia, and this is okay in the evening in Europe. So we're trying to have a time that you choose, the best time for you to participate in that, and we'll make adjustments. So depending on each class, we might change the schedule a bit to make that work better as we go. So that's the schedule every week. The Zoom classes are 8 o'clock till 10:30. You'll be using Zoom like this, and this type of thing, not for a webinar, but for a meeting. And you do need to have a computer. It really doesn't work very well on a phone because you need to be accessing other material. You need to have Zoom on your computer, but also accessing our LMS, our online material at the same time. So a phone isn't really the best way to do this. It's best to have maybe a tablet or a computer, a laptop. You need a webcam, of course. You need a headset is better for sound. You need good internet, good Wi-Fi, and a place to work, a quiet place, because this is, you'll be working quite a lot on that, and you have to have a good space to work on it, just like devoting time to a class. You can't really do this course on a bus or you have to be in a place that you have a workspace in. So that's the Zoom meetings every day. Then the rest of it is going to be in our LMS, the McGill MyCourses, an online page for each course. And this is where you'll be doing your online work. It'll be organized by the week, and the teachers will explain what you have to do every day. You'll know what's coming. So there'll be a plan for work that you have to work on every day, that you'll be doing some listening, you'll be doing reading, writing, other types of work and assignments in your MyCourses platform as part of the online course every day. Conversation partners, now again, you won't see them face to face, but you'll see them by Zoom. There'll be these sessions where you'll meet and talk and have some fun, maybe something a little more fun than what we do in class, something a little more relaxed. Okay, now we are going to try to include a lot of cultural activities as much as possible. We aren't able to go visit museums and do things in Montreal this summer, but we are going to be able to do some things. And we are going to have some exchanges online with some members of the MCLL community. We have volunteers from our McGill Community for Lifelong Learning who want to, they're older people, seniors, who we're going to put you together with during the week to talk to online, to just to, you know, give people another bit of a social outreach a bit and meet some other people. We are going to have your cultural discovery projects at each level where you are going to learn about Canadian culture in different ways. We're going to find ways to get you connected to those things in Montreal. And we're hoping for some virtual visits and tours a little bit later in the summer when restrictions are lifted. We'll have our conversation partners participate in different things. So there's a question here before I go on about will these courses online continue after COVID-19? I'm going to answer that. Yeah, well, we're going to be doing it for this summer. The courses are for the summer. The online courses are for the summer for now. That's our plan. But I won't say it's impossible that we won't continue to do this. I know that it's difficult for some people to travel, and it's easier to stay home and do this. If we can, but you know, I think most people want to be able to travel abroad to go and experience all the things that we have to offer in Canada, in Montreal, and so I'm hoping that we will be able to return to normal. However, we are interested in developing some kind of program like this, possibly in the future, but we at this time, we don't have a plan for that for the long term. It's possible that right now, we're not sure. I mean, nobody knows what is going to happen with COVID-19 at this time. So it's possible in September we'll be continuing to operate this way, and I don't know that for sure, but it's possible. So yeah. Okay, let's continue. So when you register, we're going to send you, or when you explain your interest, we're going to send you a placement test link, and you'll need to do that quite quickly. There's a minimum level. We are not offering our lowest levels this summer. Elementary 1, Elementary 2 are not going to be offered. And possibly not Intermediate 1 because there's very few students who are registered at this time. However, if there's enough, we will be opening other classes. We are definitely opening our upper levels, but we need to give you a test to make sure that this is the right level for you. And you know, going forward, we want to offer all those levels, but right now we're only offering the upper levels for sure. And this placement test is free right now. You will take the test and we'll tell you your level, and then we'll be able to get you registered into the course. But that's how we decide your level, is from the placement test. There's a question here before I go on. Someone is interested in doing a PhD at McGill or another university, and the certificate the question is, will the certificate help them? Yes, the McGill Certificate of Proficiency if you complete this program, will allow you to meet the language requirements for application to McGill University. But it won't necessarily help you with other universities. It's possible that Concordia University in Montreal will accept it. Sometimes they do, but it's not the official policy. So the reason for this is each university has its own language department like us, and we don't necessarily recognize the other institutions' results because it's impossible to confirm everything. That's why tests like IELTS or TOEFL are very popular for that. And so if you're not sure which university you're going to, you're probably best doing a test. Yeah. So let's move on here. So about the certificate, that's what was just being asked. So you have to complete those top 2 levels, and it does, as I just said, you will Advanced A and Advanced B, that's CEGL 413 and 423, 2 courses, 6 weeks and 6 weeks. This is the equivalent of IELTS 6.5 or IBT TOEFL of 86, and it meets McGill's admission requirements for language for admission. It doesn't let you get into McGill easily. You still have to be a top student and an excellent candidate. But it helps meets the language requirement. That said, it's only for McGill. That's important to understand. Not every university will accept this. Some of them do. Some of the colleges in Quebec and other universities in Quebec know about it, but it's not. I can't tell a university in the United States they have to accept my certificate. That's their decision, and that's why most universities use international tests like IELTS or TOEFL. The dates that are coming up, the next session is May 4th, starting in a couple of weeks till June 12th, 6 weeks. The second summer session is June 22 to July 31, 22nd to 31st. The fall session is scheduled for September 14th to October 23rd, and fall 2 is November 2nd to December 11th. Those are the upcoming dates for the IELC. All right, so let's move on. Someone's asking a question about the certificate. Could replace a TOEIC. Well, again, the TOEIC test is a different kind of test. It's usually not used for university admission. The TOEIC test is a test that has doesn't really do writing very much, and so universities don't usually use it for admission purposes. They want to check other types of skills than just the TOEIC. So some institutions use the TOEIC, but not very many. So, but it is effectively the same. I don't know what the equivalent of the TOEIC is. Yeah. Here's another question about the TOEFL to enter the summer course. No, you don't need a TOEFL. No, you will use our online placement test. Our test is free, and it's just a placement test to enter that. So this online course for the summer session, right? Yes, for summer 1 and summer 2. Maybe, I have to say it's maybe for, there's a question, is the online course is only for the summer session. That's correct, but maybe it may be for fall. We don't know now because you know, there's many things nobody knows about the future in the world right now. Okay, there's a question here: is there loan and bursaries for local students? No, there's no loans and bursaries for students for this type of program, because it's non-credit. Only loans and bursaries are available for credit programs. There are the same question. There's no AFE. No, that's only for the credit program. You need to If you're interested in the loans and bursaries for local students, you need to look at McGill's credit program. It's called English for Professional Communication. I'll make a note there. McGill SCS English for Professional Communication. The credit program has loans and bursaries available, but only for residents and Canadian citizens, not for international students. So that's important to remember. That program that has credit is a different program that has that kind of financial assistance available. However, yeah, this program is not, because it's for international. And well, it's for everybody, but it doesn't qualify for that program. Incidentally, that program, the credit program, is being offered remotely this summer in the summer session, starting. I think they're starting another week or so, but you need to look at that on the website. All right, I'm going to move on in the presentation now. So the fees for this summer for 6 weeks are, for all students, is 2,057 Canadian dollars. That's a flat fee for everyone. It's a bit cheaper than it was before for international students. So there's a bit, because we aren't offering our regular cultural activities, which cost a bit, and we're not able to do that. The books are not included. You will have to buy some books for this. They have to be ordered online, of course. So it's important, if you're planning to do this course in May, that you register as soon as possible, and we test you and figure out your level so we can tell you what books to buy before the course begins. There's a question here. Let me just finish this slide about the fees. The international students, if you're an international student and you are living abroad, if you are in your country, you don't need to worry about this. But if you are in Canada, you do still have to have your Blue Cross medical insurance. You have to be insured. Some students are here because they were here before, and they're changing to this, and want to make sure you're covered by medical insurance. It's important. So if you are international, you must have medical insurance, and you must use the Blue Cross. And the details of that will be explained when you register. They'll check your status and make sure it's okay. If you are not living in Canada, if you're living in another country to do this course, you don't need the medical insurance. We have an online student handbook. I'm going to answer this other question though. Not sure you're able to do because they have exams. Well, it's important to as I said, it's important to register early for this course so that you can get your books and get your level and get ready, because there are delays in getting books because of delivery with Amazon or other types of online delivery. Right now, deliveries are a bit slow. It's taking longer than usual to get a book, but like maybe 1 week or even longer. So we want to make sure people get started. But we will accept registration up until maybe the 30th of April for the May 4th course. If you're not sure you're able to do this, because it is going to be quite demanding, you're going to be working every day and with a meeting in class and a lot of work as well, you might want to consider delaying until the summer 2 session if you have exams still going on. It's up to you. We start on May 4th, as I said. That's when the classes actually begin. That's our online student handbook. If you have more questions, you can send them by the chat or these email addresses that are here, language.conted@mcgill.ca, or my email, my personal email, kevin.stanley@mcgill.ca. I'm happy to answer more questions. There's also a URL here, IELC.scs. This is a place where you can get direct links to registration. If you want to register, please just email language.content@mcgill.ca. That's the one, and they'll send you what you need at this point, because we are doing, our system of registration is a bit different because of this situation. So I want to answer more questions now. if you have any more questions, I'm very happy to answer. So let's just see if there's any other chat things here. I will review the questions we've done so far. I'm going to stop sharing for now, and we'll go back to this. I'm going to just switch to that. So somebody has asked about, again, in Spanish, if you want to use, can you repeat the part for the credits? Okay, I will answer that one. So some people were asking about the, okay, hold on, I'll answer this question about the credit program first. The credit program is called English for Professional Communication. I'm just going to type that. English for Professional Communication. And it starts, I believe, in another week or so. I'm not sure the status of the registration. It's a different program than this one. It's only, the courses are twice a week. They're not every day. They're only part-time. So you can take a course every evening. It's in Montreal time in the evening, like 6 p.m., that kind of thing, twice a week, Monday and Wednesday, that sort of thing. And it's all remote by Zoom, and there'll be some online work, but it's basically, instead of having classes at McGill, they're being done remotely. That's a big program that has a lot of students that are local students that are here in Montreal. It's because there are, it's a bit cheaper. I'm going to answer another question here. There's lots of questions. Hold on, just give me a chance. Before here, there's a question about the fees for PR card holders. Fees for all students are $2,057 this summer. All right, that's the price for this summer. Everybody, whether they're a permanent resident, a citizen, international student, same price. And when will the test for the level of the course be done? The placement test is online. As soon as you contact language.conted@mcgill.ca, I'm going to just copy and let you do that. They will send you a test link. Okay. And okay, how are we going to be evaluated? So there's a question about evaluation, about tests. So the teachers will do assignments and tests with you with Zoom and with our online platform. You'll get tested just like any other class. At the end of the course, will you make an exam for the certificate or just the course? Each course has exams. If you pass Advanced A and Advanced B, you get the certificate of proficiency. Okay. What would be the best option? I'm currently a McGill graduate student. If you are a McGill graduate student, you've already been admitted. There are this is a difficult question because in the summer, you know, maybe you're not doing any courses, and this would be a good time to be efficient and quick about doing intensive in the summer. But if you're in the regular semester when you have other courses, you might want to consider the credit program. Although if you're paying international student fees, it'd be a bit more expensive. There are some arrangements our department makes with some faculties for graduate students. You need to consult with the credit program about that. That would be better. So maybe intensive during the summer, credit in the fall. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. Here's another question. If I want to continue ending the summer, what option is there online too? I don't know. I don't know. I think someone wants to know if we're going to be continuing this format after the summer. I just don't know right now. I think we're going to be we might be continuing this way in fall, but it's not decided yet. Right now, I know in the summer we're doing summer 1 and summer 2 sessions. In the fall, we might not be. We might be continuing with that. We might be back to normal. We don't know. We're going to be offering something one way or the other, and this question of whether, I mean, I think there's a good chance we're going to be doing something online in the fall, but I don't know. I can't, I'm not sure. I think maybe we will, but no decisions have been made yet. Just like with everything, so many of these things are changing all the time, and you know, we just don't know for sure. May I do the placement test now and register for the second session this summer? Yes, you can. You can do the placement test now. Just make sure you, again, communicate with our language.content@mcgill.ca, and they're going to tell them what you want to do. Tell them that you want to do the summer session 2, because they're going to assume you want to do summer session 1. This program is non-credited. Yes, the program is non-credit. The reason the program is non-credit is it is available for international students and their status. Credit programs are very, very expensive for international students. Because credit programs get government money to subsidize them and run them cheaply. So they're more affordable for Canadians and permanent residents. But international students, they're extremely expensive. They have to pay 3 or 4 times as much as Canadians do for that. So when we have a non-credit program, the government doesn't give us any money for it, so we have to have, so that but it makes it more affordable for international students. That's why. Okay, and can we pay for the program with credit card? Yes, it's the only way you can pay for it. Right now, we are, for credit cards, it is the only way to pay now because you can't come to our office to pay with debit card. So only credit card is the only way to pay right now. It's a bit of a complicated process. They'll explain that when you, again, email language.content to get information about that. Yeah, payment is a bit complicated because of the online situation, but they're working that out. They've got a system for doing that right now. So if there's other questions, very happy to answer. Okay, I'll answer a couple more. We're saying thank you. Yes, you're welcome. Okay, so if there's no other questions, very happy to stay on a little bit longer if there's other questions. As I said, if you are interested in registration, please contact language.conted@mcgill.ca. So I understand that we can do the free placement test first and then decide. Is that right? Yes. Yes, this time we're doing things a bit differently. Yes, you will do the placement test first for free before registering. As I said, we are not going to be offering our lowest levels. There's only a couple of students who registered, and it's not going to work this session. So if someone is too low, we don't want to register them. Your level is too low. So we want to tell people, please, sorry, come back another time when we have a class for you. We don't have one. So we need to do the test first. That's why we're doing it. And so you have a minimum level required to get it. Okay, any other questions? I think I got most of, I'll try to answer some of these other ones here that were in the chat earlier. About the TOEIC, doesn't include writing. The TOEIC doesn't include writing, so so most universities don't accept it. The placement test is done after you contact. Okay, so any more questions? If not, then thank you very much, and I'll stay on a little bit longer if you have something else. I'm happy to wait a few more minutes till 9 o'clock. I'll be here as needed. Is there any similar summer course about French at McGill? Yes, there is. We also have a French program. Our French program is the same as the English. Same price, same dates, same structure. But the schedule for the French program is different. Their classes are, I think, 10 a.m. to 12:30. Yeah, that's the difference with the French program. What levels are available? At this time, we're offering, well, we have opened intermediate to advanced. Okay, so those are the levels that are open. We're not opening the elementary levels right now. But please, the test is what will determine. We'll let you know whether your level's high enough for those. We don't want to have you registered if your level's too low, because it would be taking your money for no reason. These are, we have a lot of students who are continuing in our program, and that's who we're focused on. We'd like to have some others. Will the French course give a presentation? I don't know. I don't know. Please, if you don't know about for the French program, I'm not sure. I'm not the coordinator for the French program. Please contact language.conted@mcgill.ca to ask about that. That's their. They'd be able to tell you whether they're going to do a presentation like this, a webinar like this. Someone is asking, do you offer credit French courses? Yes. Yes, there are credit French courses too. Yes, there are. So again, that program is called French for Professional Communication. French for Professional Communication. Let me get the link for that for people. I need to go find that, just a moment. For the credit program. This is the English credit program link, and this is the French program link. So you'd be able to go find that yourself. I can't give you too much information about that because I don't know all the details. I don't want to give you the wrong information. Let me just get the French one. But this program, I'm not sure. Like I don't know their deadlines and registration procedure at this time. You need to contact there and then ask questions there to know how that works. But it is available and it starts in a couple of weeks. I don't know how many. Yeah. I don't want to say more than that. They have a placement test as well that you'll be doing with that. So if there's any other questions. Okay, does McGill change all other summer programs to online or only this language course? Yes, there are other programs available. I don't know exactly. I think most of them are being offered, the credit programs, other things. McGill is doing all its summer courses remotely. Everything is going to be done that way now for the summer. So if they're running a course, it's going to be remotely or online like this. That's what everybody at McGill is doing. The School of Continuing Studies is a little bit ahead in this. We are used to doing this. We've done a lot of this type of work in the past, and some other departments at McGill are finding it a bit hard to do this, but we are going ahead with this. So the School of Continuing Studies, the professional programs, the career programs, a lot of those are being offered remotely this summer. All our language offerings, credit and non-credit, are being offered remotely this summer. So we're doing our best to try to meet this problem, this challenge. I will say this too, it won't be perfect. You know, this is our first time doing this, and there's going to be some technical problems, some challenges for everybody. But we have excellent teachers and an excellent program, and I can guarantee you're going to do well and learn well with this. So I don't know for sure about all the other stuff. I don't know exactly what is offered when, but I know that there's some other departments doing stuff. There's a question here. Could I register for this program for this summer? Absolutely, yes. Yes. Please contact language.conted. Oops, not that. Sorry. I better type it in. language.conted@mcgill.ca, and they're going to give you a placement test, and then you'll be able to register for either the May 4th one or the Summer 2 one. SCS has some other credit and non-credit programs. So if there's no other questions, very happy. I'll keep, anything else? Conversation, listening, writing, grammar, learn me in this course. Please confirm, yes. Yes, speaking, listening, reading, writing, vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, everything, all skills will be improved. This is an integrated course, so you'll be doing a lot of work. Sometimes it's one-on-one with a teacher. That's a little bit, I mean, not every day all the time, but it's mostly working in groups. There will be some instruction. There'll be a lot of feedback. You'll be making recordings. You'll be doing writing. You'll be doing a lot of things to improve your different language skills. Reading assignments, writing, listening assignments, a lot of work to do, and it'll improve your skills. So if there's any other questions, happy to answer. Okay, well, if there's nothing else, I'll stop it there. We'll stop the recording, and the recording will be, you'll get a